And welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I see Mumsy's in the house, faithful as always. I hope next week you'll be able to wake up early enough, being Pacific time, with the fall back going on. P Digits in the house. Why would one enter without liking the video first? Good question. Ask me anything. So if you have not chosen like, I know if you're watching on a phone, you can't see the like and the chat at the same time. You have to close the chat, like it, and then open the chat again. And when you open the chat, you know, there's a little symbol for top chats or all chats, you know, all the messages. So you want to make sure that you do all messages so that way you don't miss something that someone else says. And so what I've done is I have gone through some photos and some videos here in Cambodia, of life in Cambodia, and put those together in a folder. So if there is a lull in any questions, then I can at least spur some conversation looking at some pictures and videos of life in Cambodia. I love it here. For anyone who doesn't know, I've been here for 18 years. I moved here in 2007. I first came to visit in 2006, which is when I absolutely fell in love with it and decided, you know, I want to spend the rest of my life here in Cambodia, and set forth preparations to move here, which took about a year. And in 2007, I made the move. So I've pretty much been here throughout my 40s and now my 50s. And I haven't regretted it at all. Does that mean life is perfect? No. You know, you have troubles and you have highs and lows and good times and bad times. But I would rather have all of that here than anywhere else. Why? Well, let's take a look at what life is like in Cambodia. I will share with you. Let me get this open here. Share my screen. And these aren't in any order because I didn't save them with names or anything. It's just like the camera numbers. Oh, Mumsy misses me. Thank you. I miss you too. So this was my birthday one year. I'm on the left side. My friend Cecile is in the middle. And her friend, also Cecile, is on the other end on the right. And this is the VIP cinema theater, movie theater. They're called cinemas here. And I love it. It's about $11, $12 on the weekends. I think it's a couple dollars less, maybe $8 or $9 on the weekdays. And they do have blockbuster movies. You can see I actually have a t-shirt there from Men in Black. I believe this was my birthday, and it was like the opening day of Men in Black, the second one, you know. And so the theater gave me a t-shirt since it was my birthday. And yeah, so I know America also has the VIP theaters, but they probably cost a lot more than $11. Let's make sure you're seeing this. Yeah. All right. What else have I got for you? And there's a couple more theater pictures, so I'll talk a little bit more about that. There's a couple of pictures, random, they're not in any order, where I show the prices of some things. So here's just a small bit of cheese. It's 0.166 kilos, I'll look that up for you and convert it. 0.166 or grams. It's probably kilo. And not 166, 0.16. Just a second. 0.166. That is a third of a pound, if that means anything. It's not very big. And so you can see it's $2.28 for this. This package would be about, the square is about the size of an American, sliced American cheese. And it's about a half an inch, no, 3/4 of an inch thick. And the square then is the size of a slice of American cheese. So that much cheese is $2.28. I don't know if that's a lot compared. I think dairy in general is a lot cheaper in the US because all dairy needs to be imported. We do recently, within maybe the last 5 years or so, I think just before maybe 2018, so maybe 7 years, we have 2 dairies that opened up that at first only produced milk. And then they started doing yogurt, but they haven't done any other dairy products. And I just saw in the news that a 3rd dairy is going to open up with the cooperation of some foreign country. I don't remember, Australia, Germany, wherever, Japan. I don't remember which country it was that's going to partner with opening a 3rd dairy. And so, that's a growing industry. Anybody in the US that is involved in dairy wants to open a dairy or processed cheese or whatever, yeah, it would be a welcome industry here in Cambodia. But yeah, so therefore any foods that are made with cheese, like say pizza or something, if it's made with real cheese, it's going to be expensive. If you use cheap imitation fake mozzarella cheese that's cheap, then yeah, you can make cheap pizza. But otherwise, yeah, anything made with dairy. And so same thing with beef. Beef is real expensive. So you're used to, in America, comfort foods being made with cheap ingredients, like hamburger is cheap. So you do things with hamburger when you do things with cheese. And yeah, they become, comfort foods become expensive here. They're not the cheap things to make. This I thought was really interesting. It was actually, I was on a film shoot, and I was sitting at this table. It's always a hurry up and wait thing. There's downtime when you're, and we were out of school, so you could see their students in the background. And this other gentleman who was sitting at the table wrote a message on this leaf and then left it on the table for someone to find. And I thought, well, how interesting. And so then here's the message. It's upside down. Oh, can I change? Oh, look at that. I can do that. I love Jesus. Jesus is my savior, and a phone number that you could call to find out more. Because Buddhism is the national religion. There is no separation of church and state in Cambodia. That's an American thing. And so since it's a Buddhist nation, most people are Buddhist. And they certainly respect and accept other religions. There's Muslim, there's Christian, There's Mormon churches. There's Hindus. There's all different kinds of religions here, and they are not persecuted or anything like that. However, you are not allowed to proselytize, right? You can be in the country and practice your religion, but you can't go actively trying to convert people. So this was a Cambodian Christian's way of spreading the word. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I threw this one in because if you guys watch me on Sunday with crosswords, you know my friend, I talk about my friend Bob. And here's Bob. This was at my my housewarming when I first moved into this house. And it's my friend Cecile and her daughter. They're both in France right now. You might lift them up in some prayers. Do I like bread? I love bread. Bread is something that is really good here. And because of the French influence. So there's a lot of baguettes. There's a lot of croissants. A croissant can be anywhere from 80 cents to $1.25. Baguettes are like 50 cents. No, not even 50 cents. They're like 25 cents for a baguette. You can get a short one for like 12 cents, and then a longer baguette for like 1,000 real. Then like I've got some bread right here. Let me hide this for a moment. So it's a really nice whole grain bread. This is half of the, I've already eaten half, or well, I've eaten half of it. And it was 10,000 real. So $2.50 pretty much for this really, really nice whole grain bread. Lots of seeds and stuff in it. They also have just plain white bread. That's pretty cheap. That's about $1 for like like Wonder Bread size loaf of bread's about $1. So sporting some sweet chops. Yeah, that's Bob. There we go. There's Bob. He's got the sweet chops. Yes, he was very proud of his mustache and sideburns. If I had a warning label, what would it say? Wear ear protection. Because I talk a lot and I talk loud. And it's funny because, there's this perception, the stereotype of American travelers around the world being loud. They're American when they're loud. And I've just always had a loud voice. My mom was constantly telling me when I was growing up, turn down the volume, and it has benefited me in singing and choir. I did a lot of choir in high school. And so having that natural projection was a benefit then. And then also teaching. So when you're standing in front of the classroom and lecturing, my voice naturally carries. However, if I'm in an office setting and I'm just having a normal conversation, I could be disrupting the other people working around me. So I have to turn the volume down. So that would be my warning label. Wear earplugs. Bob was a nice, funny guy. He had a great sense of humor. If you don't know, he passed away almost 2 years ago now. This was probably, if I moved in here in April, this was about a year before he died. And he was a good friend. So which one of my big toes is I did say, ask me anything. It's kind of supposed to be about Cambodia, P digits. I don't have a favorite big toe. I guess, well, it's not the other 8 toes. It's only the big toe. So it's either right or left. I like them both. I want to keep them both. All right. Sad to hear. Yeah, no, it's all right. Would you rather have no elbows or no knees? I don't know if I could talk without elbows. But then it'd be hard to get around without knees. But I'd still have my arm, but I just wouldn't be able to bend it. And I'd still have my legs, but I just wouldn't be able to bend them. I would say, you know what's more of a necessity? Knees, so that you can use the bathroom, right? Whether you have a toilet or you squat on the ground, you got to bend those knees. It'd be really hard to relieve yourself. Well, I mean, men could at least pee, but for women, you know, yeah, bending the knees is kind of essential for that function. So I would say I would need the knees more than the elbows. Yeah, he's asking. P Digits is from Traveling Fool's channel. Of course, he has his own channel as well. I'm saying he. For some reason, I'm thinking you're a he. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. And so things get kind of wild over there on Traveling Fool's channel. They talk about crazy stuff and get kind of wild. It's fun when I'm over there. I'm teaching right now. My class teaching from 9:30 to 11 is kind of when they're on. So I haven't been able to jump on this term, but maybe next term my classes will be in the afternoon. And then I would be able to join Traveling Fool's show again. Inquiring minds want to know. Hey, I said AMA, ask me anything, but he's not a troll. Okay, he's legit. All right. All right, well, let's see what the next picture brings us. Oh, okay, so this is another one in the theater. Notice I have my grandmother's like a fleece jacket kind of thing, because it is always cold in there. They do give you the blanket. And then I took this picture of the food. Now notice they give you a washcloth, a wet washcloth. In this case, I believe it is cold because you're out in the heat, and then you come in, and so you want to be refreshed. Popcorn is included. So that $11 I mentioned for being able to watch a movie in the VIP, you get your popcorn, you get a drink. I chose water, but you could have soda or whatever. You get 2 drinks. You get, and so I got a coffee, and then I got a hot dog, and then this is corn with butter. I think they add a little sugar to it too, because they call it's sweet corn, right? So I think they add a little extra sugar and butter, and so that's really good. And a hot dog. Last time I went, they didn't have relish, but see, here's proof that they normally have relish. They have 3 food packages. So, Traveling Fools is in house. I was just mentioning you. You could get unlimited popcorn in your drink and something else, or you could get like 1 serving of popcorn and a club sandwich or a chicken sandwich or chicken nuggets or whatever. They about 4 times a year, I'd say about once a quarter, they change the food packages. There's always 3 options, and one of the 3 options always includes unlimited popcorn. How often do I doodle? Well, assuming you mean by doodling the traditional, like drawing things, not so much. All right, what's our next picture? I think that's the last movie picture. You guys, I mentioned my cats. Let's see. This is Cassie, 1. This is Piggy. This is Baby. This is Silky. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is Mama Kitty. This is Spunky Monkey. This is Artemis. That's 7. There's also Mango that lives outside. He's not in this picture. Yeah, that's it. So that's all the cats in the house. Would I rather have a rewind button or a pause button for my life in Cambodia? That's a good question. This reminds me of the dating game. I just watched that on Netflix. The one that's about the serial killer that was one of the contestants. A rewind or a pause? Well, if I had to push one of those two, but I would just push pause, have a little break. There's nothing I need to rewind and relive again or change or anything. No, I don't. So it wouldn't be rewind. I just thought I'd throw this in here just in case anybody is ever watching from Cambodia. These are the emergency numbers. Now, EDC is the electric company. So if there were electric wires that were on fire, some kind of electrical fire, then you would text or call. I guess call. I don't know. I guess you would call 1298 and send as a call. To get the firemen, 666. The police emergency is 117, or you can call 012-999-999. And I just saw in the news that with the upcoming water festival, they're actually making this is just, they may or may not speak English. They're going to speak Khmer. They're going to be Cambodians. It's for Cambodians, but they may speak English. Or if you have somebody with you that could speak English, this is the number you would call. But they're making a special number just for foreigners. This, I needed some rewiring done on my motorcycle. This is what a motorcycle looks like. Well, I say motorcycle. We call them motos. It's actually like a scooter. It's automatic. You can see one in the background. I just thought this might be interesting. Fireman is 666. Yeah, I know. They have no attachment. No, I mean, it's a Christian thing, right? 666 being the mark of the beast. And that's not part of their culture. So there's no problem with it for them. But yeah, they took everything apart to do some rewiring for me. It probably only cost me 20 or $30. And this is from I always take my motorcycle to the Suzuki dealership. So I know they have trained they have trained mechanics there. So is pizza just an open face stamp? No, they have real pizza. In fact, they even have happy pizza, which is pizza with Mary Jane on it. But they have, the only thing I guess they don't have would be like Chicago deep dish. A lot of the pizzas are thin. What they do is they have pizza with like sausage and stuff. Here, let me stop sharing this I'll talk about that picture in a minute. Okay. Pizza Phnom Penh images. So that looks good. I don't know how well you can see that, but like this, where these have like little, when they say sausage, they mean hot dogs. All right. So they've got hot dogs in the crust. Oh, and they love all the seafood. Pizza. Oh, Mumsy says it's good tasting. So it might be imitation crab or whatever, but they love seafood on pizzas. We have Pizza Hut, we have Domino's, we have Papa John's, we have Little Caesars, and everything like here. This place is called Brooklyn Pizza, so it's definitely going to be more of a New York style pizza. This is Cashew. Cashew's only going to be here a couple more days. Woohoo! Then she's going to go to France. Yeah. There's a lot of wood-fired pizza. Where's this one here? Pizza Hut, they've got the deep dish pizza, which is nice and crisp. That's what I love. I love the pizza that's been baked in the pan, so it's crispy. But Pizza Hut's expensive for pizza. Pizza, you get like $5 pizzas for like a medium-sized pizza. Someplace like at Pizza Hut, you're just going to get that small cut into 4 slices personal pizza. And it's going to cost you $7 at Pizza Hut. But the flavor of the sauce and everything, oh my gosh, so good. I haven't tried the Little Caesars here yet. Oh, there's Domino's. We have Domino's. Here in this picture, you can see how they're advertising. They've got the sausage in the crust. They also have cheese in the crust, and then they have sausage in the crust. A lot of places have pizza like that. This is more of like a traditional Italian type pizza. All right, enough about pizza. You had tuna on a pizza unknowingly in Germany. Ew, I wasn't a fan. Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. All right, so back over to this. This is at Calumet Hospital when my friend Bob went there. But my son James has been there as well. So notice the gurney has like oh my gosh, what do you even call this when you carry someone? The cast iron pizza in a number 12 cast. Oh, that's the best. That's the best. I used to actually sell pizzas here, like out of my house, because I got my cast iron here. After 4 years, I paid for the shipping, like on a shipping. It was like a half a container. Well, it was 4 pallets in a container, and the pallets were like as high as the container. So I brought cast iron with that. A stretcher. That's the word I was thinking of. Thanks, P Digits. So the gurney has a stretcher on it because there's a lot of the buildings. I mean, now they just built a brand new building in the front, but there's older buildings in the back, and they don't have elevators. So when they're transporting you, they have to carry you on the stretcher up the stairs. So I thought that was cool to share that. And I mean, rooftop. Well, look at all the skyscrapers, right? When I moved here, there were only 2 skyscrapers. One was 5 floors, 5 or 6 floors. The other was maybe 15 floors, the Canada Tower. So Soria Mall, which had escalators, which was the first time people had seen escalators. So people would go to Soria Mall as if it was an amusement park and ride the escalators. And they had to have attendants at the bottom and the top of each escalator because people didn't know how to get up. They'd just stand there in front of it and stare at it. They didn't know how to get on it. But yeah, over the last 10 years, tons of skyscrapers. Everybody wants to have a sky bar on top. So there's tons of sky bars. And this one is near where I live on the peninsula called Choi It is not an island. It is a peninsula. and this is Phnom Penh Center here across the river. And so the sunsets are gorgeous. I'm coming up in the world. Cambodia is coming up in the world. Yeah. And for anybody looking, you know, people that are wanting to move to Cambodia, I know in the US, sometimes you need to plan a move like months in advance and everything before you can find someplace to live. I'm telling you, there's tons of, first of all, if you're not ready to move in, the landlord, you're wasting the landlord's time, because and the next person that comes is going to move in. All right. They don't hold apartments for anybody or whatever. Right. And what I tell people is you don't make, you can make a checklist. All right. Of, you know, you want to have hot water and you want to have a ceiling fan. Maybe you want to have a refrigerator, you know, the things that you want out of the apartment itself. All right. But don't choose an apartment because it checks all your boxes on your list. What is most important is the neighborhood, because you're not isolated in your apartment. You're part of a neighborhood. And if that neighborhood is bad, you're going to have a miserable experience no matter how great your apartment is. And so what you do when you're ready to move, I advise people, come stay at a guest house. Guest houses are, you know, $10 a night. So say, you know, if you're looking for your rent to be $300 a month rent anyway, you know, come stay a month in a guest house and get to know the different parts of town and the different areas. And if you're going to work or if you're retired, these are things that make a difference, because your highest cost is going to be transportation. And that's what's going to nickel and dime you. You know, it's going to add up. Mumsy says she couldn't believe the changes. Yeah, well, the next time you come, there'll probably be even more changes. Mumsy says she'll never come back, only because she's older and it's harder to travel and stuff, and not because she doesn't want to be here. But I keep hoping. I gave in to her and I went and visited America this year, so she can come visit me again. Anyway, yeah. So if you're working, you have to decide, do I want to be close to my work so that way I don't have the expense of traveling to work? And also there's a lot of traffic here, so the less time you spend in traffic, the better. Or is my lifestyle nightlife? I like nightlife. I want to go out every night. You know, then maybe you need to live closest to the nightlife. Do you like to eat out all the time? You don't care about the kitchen because you're not going to cook anything. You're going to eat all your meals out or have them delivered, either way. And then where are your favorite restaurants? And live close to them. If you like to cook, as you're the opposite, you like to cook, what markets do you prefer to shop at? Be close to them. You know, and then you just walk around and you'll see a sign like this. And now this one has the Khmer. Oh, I can zoom in, can I? Ooh, woo. Like this. So it has Cambodian, Khmer, and English. but maybe it'll just be Cambodian and there's a phone number. It's a for rent sign. You call the number and you ask about renting it. Which breakfast cereal has influenced my life the most? Fruity Pebbles. Fruity Pebbles. When I first moved here in 2007, and I didn't know there were any modern supermarkets. There were like three Lucky Supermarket, Thai Hut, and Bayon. But when I visited in 2006, I didn't see those, so I didn't know they existed. And so I brought a lot of comfort food with me. I brought like 10 or 12 boxes of Fruity Pebbles with me. So I figured I could open one per month and that would last me for a year. Hey, Gibbo! Sorry I'm late. Aurora wet the bed. Ooh, I'm not even going there. All right. This is at the Aeon Market near my house. They have this lovely salad bar. And this is one of the cheapest ways to eat. So I love you've got these containers here. In the blue ice box, a cooler, you've got the dressings. Sometimes I have dressing at home. And so because the dressing's going to add weight. And it's by weight. They've got asparagus. Well, they've got meats. They'll have ham and chicken. And then they'll have and that's like shredded chicken breast. Tons of vegetables. Three things that I like to add to a salad beside there's a variety of lettuces and vegetables and things. I like to add a fruit, maybe some apple, maybe some, dragon fruit, even mango. I like to add some kind of fruit to my salad. I like to add nuts to my salad, whether it's walnuts or pecans or whatever. I like to add some nuts. Never added peanuts. Fruit, the nuts, and cheese. There's no cheese here. So sometimes I get like all the basics and then I dress it up a little bit when I get home. You can't do food bars. You immediately lose your appetite. That's okay. No problem. So usually if I fill one of these containers, it can be anywhere from $2.50 to $3. So, and as you can see, it's a modern supermarket. Okay, so some prices. This little container, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe there's 10 or 12 strawberries, $15.90. Notice it's 50% off. So that means it's only $7. Strawberries are very expensive. Oh, there was a time when Chalet was eating some not snow cone, drumstick, the ice cream drumstick. And oh my goodness, it made me start craving them. And so this was the brand that they had. It hit the spot. And it's not exactly the same as the ones in America, but close enough. Yeah, yikes. There's another one of food prices. This picture, I took this picture so that I could do a community post, and I haven't used it yet. I'll have to do that. This river is called the Tonle Sap River, and it's usually brown because of all the dirt and the silt that's in the water, so it's usually a brown. A few times a year, maybe 2 or 3 times a year, it turns this greenish gray color. And I love it because that is the same color as the San Francisco Bay, where I grew up. I grew up in the San Francisco Bay Area. And so I love it when it turns this color. And then these are like fishermen that live on their boats. A lot of times they're either Vietnamese or They're Cambodians that are called Cham, which is the Muslim Cambodians. Hit the share and subscribe. That's right, Gibbo. Thank you for reminding everybody. And Mumsy said, yeah, that drumstick was a treat. Okay, so dark red cherries. Again, maybe a dozen cherries. $13.90. Yeah. So when these go 50%, I go ahead and get myself some cherries. But they're so good. You know, one thing I think in America is we get so used to everything being available all the time, all year round, that we don't appreciate how special something is when you get it rarely. When it's rarely available, or something. I think you appreciate it more. In case I was at this one, the U.S. Embassy every year, they do like a 4th of July party thing. And so one year I was attending it, and they had little like Dixie cups with just cherries, little Dixie cup with, I like put them in my bag. You know, I not at the beginning. You want to make sure everybody has a chance to have some. And but toward the end, when there were still a lot of them left, yeah, I must have had like 5 or 6 of these Dixie cups full of cherries in my bag. Yeah, people, you take things for granted so easily. I mean, wherever you live, not just Americans. Gibbo says in Sweden they only have water and bread. They're so poor. And here's blueberries. Blueberries, again, a small container, $12.30. Now this little basket of maybe 6 or 7 strawberries, $7.90. Yeah. This is how you take your pet to the vet. There's myself and my motorcycle, my scooter. We've got Channy here, and I've got the backpack on with the cat in the backpack. So I think that's Cashew. Oh, here's some videos.
What a good puppy. Enjoying the water. She's learning how to take a swim.
Yeah. So this is Popeye that's got the tail that's kind of like a husky. And then Lucky Lady is the other dog. And she likes to jump down in there and take a little swim in the fountain. And this is my garden. Yeah, I'm in a biker gang.
Okay. My guys that are moving the plants to the new house, they want the coconut.
He's barefoot. Okay, P Digits, thank you. Glad you had fun. Yeah, I love your shenanigans. Who needs a ladder? Hey, Aurora. And she would. Oh, spelling doesn't matter here, P Digits. Don't worry.
So he's just twisting the coconut.
He
and
twisted.
It comes right off, tosses it down to this guy.
Just twisted the coconut.
Twist, 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 twist. There it is.
This
We did one more.
This coconut tree, I've got two, this one and one on the other side. They're full of coconuts right now. I need to get someone to climb up there and get the coconuts. Let's see.
This is how they fix wires in Cambodia. Always putting the ladder up on the wires next to it. Sassy!
So this, you will see this all over in Cambodia, where the ladder is put right on the wires. Whether they're doing electric wires or cable wires, and I think I'm used to it. But most of the time, tourists and people that have just moved here, they're just absolutely shocked, pun intended, to see this. Yeah, we still get coconut. Well, I don't climb up there and get the coconuts. Gibbo, I can't do it. Sorry, but only 3 meals a day is not enough. Oh, because Aurora said you're on a diet. Let's see what else I got for you. Oh, my Thanksgiving. Oh, that's it. Oh, well, let's see. We had carrots, we had mashed potatoes, we had stuffing, we had cranberry sauce, we had green bean casserole, we had sweet potato casserole or candied yams, and we had the turkey and gravy. So there you go. 1 month to go. 1 month to go. See this glass here? That's like painted with gold. That's my mumsy. Mumsy gave me that. And this is Princess House. So these came over from the US. Yeah, it's coming up soon. It's always a special thing. I have one friend that loves to come every year. He'll drop everything and to come. And it's like, I don't know, Miriam's Thanksgiving dinner in Phnom Penh has become kind of this like iconic thing to be invited to and to be able to attend. So I love doing it. It's the one thing every year that I mean, in a way, it's giving to other people and sharing the Thanksgiving tradition, but it makes me happy. It makes me happy to cook all these things. I love to eat them. Sweden doesn't have turkeys. They just grab pigeons. Okay, Gibbo. I was where they were. At Thanksgiving or what? Where were you, Mumsy? They have Kentucky Fried Pigeon. Gibbo. Yeah, so it's coming up. I'm thinking, though, what I'm going to do this year would be a first is I will do it on Sunday, like on the Sunday after Thanksgiving or the Sunday before Thanksgiving, whatever, before or after the Thursday. I think I'm going to do it on a Sunday, and I'm going to ask everybody to contribute $10. I've done this before as a buffet, where people paid, and to go out to a restaurant, you're talking anywhere from $15 to $50, depending like if it includes wine and things. If you're at a 5-star hotel, it's going to be $50 to $100 at a 5-star hotel. Some more local restaurants, but expat owned, will do a Thanksgiving dinner, but you're not going to find it under 15. Could be like $15 to $25. Oh, the glass is like a collector's item now for sure. Mumsy says, "Oh, you were wondering what happened to them." Yeah, they're with me. Aurora says they just offed a bunch of turkeys on farms because of bird flu. I hate when that happens. And Gibbo says, "Here we go with Aurora's lies. It was monkeys they off because you gave them herpes." All right, let's see what's next.
This is so cool. Inside the elevator at the view, they have the Japanese standard of an emergency box in the elevator, so that if there was ever an emergency, you can see there's a toiletries, water, a whistle, an emergency blanket. Of course, you could sit on it. Wow, that is so cool.
Yeah, I have never seen this anywhere in the world. I've never been to Japan. So, but I guess that this is a standard thing in Japan. And have you guys ever seen a seat with an emergency kit inside of it in an elevator in the US? Please let me know. I've never seen one in the US or in the UK or in Sweden or anywhere that you've traveled. Have you ever seen this before? In fact, I've never seen it in any other place in Cambodia. Just this one hotel had this in their elevator, and I was so impressed by it. So I made a little video.
Popcorn flavors at Legend Cinema in Phnom Penh.
Seaweed, cheese, choco banana, caramel, salty, and sweet.
And lots of other good yummy things too.
Yeah. So, yeah, popcorn flavors, seaweed. That's popular here. I love seaweed. You've never seen that in the elevator, Mumsy, but yeah, it's a great idea. I was very impressed. What's your favorite? But the thing they never have is popcorn butter. So I did bring a popcorn butter back from the US. My friend Anna says, let's go see a movie sometime. There's nothing real. I mean, the new movie, now you see them. Now you see us. Now you see them. That's out right now. And I looked in November. I don't really see anything on November that looks. There's that Wicked 2. I'm not that interested in that. And I mean, there's a lot of movies, but I'm not interested in them. So maybe in December around Christmas. And so I'll bring my butter with me to put on the popcorn. Gibbo says, Sweden don't know what elevators are. They just use a rope. Let's see.
Just a touch of paprika, Chef Shania adding the final touch before serving to the wonderful people celebrating Christmas on the train.
So Royal Railways did a special event with Christmas, and I was helping because Chef Kenya and her husband, I've worked for them on and off many different times. So they asked me if I could come and help. So I came and helped. And so while I was there, but anyway, I just wanted to show that there's like some first class stuff here in Cambodia. It's not all poverty or developing country. I mean, there's a lot of high-end luxury first class stuff. Aurora, if I saw that in an elevator, I'd be more worried about the response time if you need help, because it would seem like they expect you to stay there for a while. Yeah. Hey, Piggy, how are you? That was Piggy. Okay.
How cool is this? This restaurant has a hand washing station set up. So you can wash your hands before and after you eat.
So that's my friend Tony. In fact, on Facebook, I did just recently get a message from him, and he's doing great. So anybody that knows Tony, there you go. There's an update. But so yeah, we came to this little restaurant. There's a lot of restaurants that are like this. It's just a tin roof and tables, and it's not enclosed. So it's almost kind of like street food, but with a roof on it, right? And tables and chairs to sit at. And I had never seen a hand washing station like this before. So I thought that was really cool. So I asked Tony, I said, would you please be in my video so that I can do this? I'm not sure if I ever uploaded this one as a short. I need to check and see. If not, I need to put it up there. Oh, and that's it. All right, then. Oh, and we're like at 10 o'clock. So restaurants are where you go for food. Like when you guys go to Norway on a bin day. Well, I hope this was interesting for you guys. And maybe we'll do this again next week with different, we're still doing AMA. But I'll find some other pictures about life in Cambodia and can chit chat about it. Okay, so let's see. It's Wednesday. Yes, it's Wednesday. It's a holiday here. It's Coronation Day. So tomorrow's Thursday. So I'll have to see if it's time for me to make my own quiz again, right? With for trivia. So hey, traveling fools. Yes, peace to everybody. So tomorrow I'll be here, same bat time, same bat channel tomorrow, and we'll do some kind of quiz. And thank you, traveling fools, for allowing me to use the system to make the quizzes. Question, can you ban Aurora? Everyone's saying no, we're not going to ban Aurora. Aurora Borealis. I was going through news. I saw a news story about the Aurora Borealis were supposed to be able to be seen in about 15 U.S. states. And but then I looked and I was going to send it to my mom because she wants to see the Northern Lights. And then I noticed that it was October 16th. I'm like, oh, well, it's done and gone. So I guess I'm not going to send her the link. But yeah, so tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. I hope you guys can come. Please remember that love transcends time and space. So wherever and whenever you're watching, I love you. Thank you. Thank you for joining me and spending time with me. Hugs from Mumsy. Gibbo says no, everyone is saying no to you going live tomorrow. They are all emailing me saying they agree Aurora should be banned. Okay. I love your humor, Gibbo. Thank you for sharing with us. And so until tomorrow, catch you later.